Pay for what you use. Only pay for the duration you drive the car, not the full sticker price. With cash flexibility, you can save up front and use the remainder for other personal expenses. And when your lease ends, simply purchase the vehicle at a predetermined price or return it to Luther Ford. Drive your dreams forward with the all-new one-pay lease at Luther Ford, with a huge selection of Mustang Mach-E's starting at just $19,900. For more information, stop in or call Luther Ford, Route 119, Homer City. Shop 24/7 at lutherford.com.
It is the voice of Indiana County, WCCS, 101.1 FM, AM 1160 at WCCSradio.com. I like the way Mr. Burdick brings me a sandwich as I'm opening the microphone. You girls can just wait a while I finish this sandwich. Or maybe not. Maybe not. The Marion Center girls basketball team with us this morning in the studio. Our conversation is brought to you by Marcus & Mack, voted best personal injury law firm in the Best of Indiana County contest. Marcus & Mack, a law firm representing injured people. We even made the sign green and yellow for you. How about that? We do whatever we can. Coach Amy Trimble and Travis Trimble with us this morning. The two of you leading this group all the way to Hershey this year. And what a tremendous run it was. Congratulations, first of all, to all of you for this. And, well, Amy, this is really something. What a season it was, huh?
Yeah, it was a lot of fun. It was special, and man, it was you couldn't have scripted it any better for us. So, well, yeah. 5 seconds better, but it's okay. It's all good.
You didn't have to come home and tell your husband how the day went either, did you?
Yeah. It was cool to be able to do it with him. You know, we had good support with our family for watching the boys throughout this whole winter, and you know, a couple church people and stuff stepped in whenever our family members couldn't, but it was nice to have, you know, support all around so we could be able to do this.
And it sort of gives that family dynamic to the whole thing, doesn't it?
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah. When the two of you would get together and look at the next opponent, whether it's regular season or as you're going to the playoffs and the teams you're playing are unfamiliar, Travis, tell me about those nights around. Amy, I remember her telling me one time that, 3:00 in the morning, you wake up and you both get a cup of coffee and you start breaking things down.
Yeah, that was a lot of nights. We'd kind of be sitting there and we'd have a discussion before we went to bed, and then part of the way through the night we'd both wake up and say, well, we're not going back to sleep, so we might as well go watch some film and cross notes and see how things go. So that was definitely a lot of nights, especially as going into the district playoffs and states playoffs. That was what we did a lot. We were really having a lot of long nights, but it was definitely worth it.
I know that a lot of folks would say, did you see it coming? So let me ask you, did you see something like this coming, a run such as this in the playoffs?
Yes and no. You know, you always dream it, so you can see it, but you dream it. But it's always definitely a goal. You know, we do goals at the beginning of each season, and they write them down, and we discuss them throughout, beginning the whole season. But so it's definitely always a goal. But I know for me as as a player at Marion Center, it was always obviously a goal too, but no one ever did it before. So for us, it's always a goal, but it's sort of a long shot goal. But, as it got closer, I'm like, we can do it. We can definitely do it. And plus, they last year kind of broke down the door for that in the county with River Valley and Homer doing it. So, it's attainable. So we definitely pushed our way and just one game at a time and got it done.
I'm sure our viewers on Facebook can see all of the girls and see that they're wearing some medals here today. That's nice. You have yours on too, Travis. You're wearing yours. Yep. What are the medals for?
We have our district medal and then our runner-up medal.
Medal for the state.
For a state, yep.
Tremendous. Can we meet the girls?
Yep.
Wonderful,
Absolutely.
Wonderful. Everybody step up. I want to introduce everybody because everybody makes a team. And then we'll talk to some of the girls who were able to actually play a little bit more as the playoffs went on. So one by one, if you could just come up and tell us who you are and tell us the grade in which you are as well. Yeah.
Hi, I'm Molly Shadle, and I'm a junior. I'm Brindley Haggerty, and I'm also a junior.
Mm-hmm.
I'm Natalie Black, and I'm a sophomore.
Now, there are two microphones, so you can sort of alternate coming up.
I'm Lydia Miller, and I'm a senior.
I'm Maya Lipsy, and I'm a senior.
I'm Macy Miller, and I'm a freshman.
I'm Olivia Reddick, and I'm a freshman.
I'm Avery Reddick, and I'm a freshman.
I'm Emma Zamborski, and I'm a freshman.
I'm Reagan Mantini, and I'm a freshman.
Riley Goss, I'm a sophomore.
Like the way Megan set the screen there. It was nice.
I'm Annalise Burns. I'm a junior.
I'm Alyssa Burns. I'm a sophomore.
I'm Grayson Silvis. I'm a freshman.
I'm Cheyenne Silvis. I'm a junior.
I'm Miranda Lazier. I'm a senior.
I'm Anna Wilson. I'm a senior.
Phew. That's everybody, huh? Man, oh man, that was something else. All right, so let's meet some of the players who were able to actually play some more in this championship round. Lydia, come on up, and Molly, since you're next to that microphone, you can come up too, and we'll talk to both of you first. Lydia, this senior season, you told me repeatedly through the course of the season how special it was to be able to play with your little sister, but you also told me how good it was to go through all of this with this group of girls as a whole. It really was special, wasn't it?
Yeah, it definitely was. I mean, Marion Center over the past couple of years, we've really had the past of like phenomenal players and athletes and people and support. And I mean, I'm just beyond grateful to be able to experience this in this journey with this group.
Yeah. But little sis was really special.
Yeah.
You still never told me between the two of you in the driveway games, who wins?
I mean, it goes back and forth.
Does it really? Macy's back there going. Well, congratulations to you. It was
Thank
really
you.
something special. Molly, tell me about you as a junior and a player who came in off the bench and really provided. There were some games where you were in the upper teens and scoring and hitting key threes. It must have been fun for you.
I mean, I was lucky enough to like look up to Lydia and Maya. Like, I played with them my entire life. You're always looking up to the older girls, and like it's so special because like I know like I still have another year, so like obviously we're gonna work towards like what we achieved this year. Like we want to make that happen again. So I'm just super excited for next year. Like I'm ready to be back.
Yeah, and meanwhile Lydia's looking for another year of eligibility.
Yeah.
She's not finding it anywhere, but she's trying so very, very hard. Macy, come up, and Brindley, you're next to the microphone, so you can both come up as well. Brindley, as a girl who was out there, I always, there are certain girls in the course of a basketball season. I say that they're floor sweepers, and that's what you did with your uniform a lot. You spend a lot of time on the floor scrambling. You're one of those hustle players that gets out there and really gets your nose in there, don't you?
Yeah, I think that like having my team, knowing that there's something to work towards, that there's always a reason to be going after that extra rebounds or anything I can to help the team in any possible way that I can.
Yeah, as these playoffs were going along, and you began to realize that this is really building towards something special. Was that dawning reality something that excited you, or scared you, or made you nervous?
It made me really excited because I realized like we can actually do this. Like each game at a time, we got closer and closer, and then it just like started becoming like a reality that it was possible.
Terrific. Congratulations. You've got a whole nother year to look forward to.
Yeah.
And Macy has a few more years to look forward to. So as a freshman, all right, I threw it at big sis. I'll throw it at little sis. What was it like for you knowing that you would be able to play with your big sister in this type of an atmosphere?
It was like a dream come true. Always like our whole lives we've dreamed of this and like planning out what we'd do and everything and like seeing how far we could make it and playing with this team, like even as a freshman, like they don't make you feel like a freshman. Like you're all one big family and it's just like all of your sisters together and like you just play with all of your heart and we all have the same mentality each game.
I remember thinking a couple of times and asking both of you about it, I used to be at IUP games and you were there, the two of you, crawling all over the seats, not paying attention to the game at all, watching Aunt Amy playing for IUP. Do you ever think back on those times? Do you even remember them?
Some of the snacks maybe, but other than that.
That's not a bad thing to remember either. But it was really something to watch how you sort of absorbed that. And then watching you play as a freshman in this team, you and everybody else, the aggressive defensive thing. I don't we talk about the offense because the offense is what people pay attention to, but defense really did it for you this year, didn't it?
Yeah. Well, our coaches always say, like, however you play on defense is what creates your offense. So, if you hustle on defense, it makes your offense easier. So, even if we weren't as strong on offense, we knew that, like, we could get back with it as long as we shut them down. And that's just kind of what we went through the whole season.
Defense is always there, isn't it?
Yep.
Defense never goes away. Maya, come on up. Olivia, come on up. We'll talk to both of you, both playing key roles as well. Maya, are the bruises healed from that big girl yet?
I mean, most of them, yeah.
She was something, wasn't she?
Oh, she was something, all right.
As you ran through this playoff run, and there were a lot of big girls that you and the rest of the post players had to deal with, and let's face it, you're not as big as they were.
Definitely not.
And yet during all of that, you more than held your own. And I thought it was interesting the way the coaches used you. They would pull you out away from the basket and draw that bigger girl out with you. And it also gave you the opportunity to penetrate then once you did get the basketball.
Yeah.
As you were preparing for some of these girls and seeing, I know coaches broke it down for you on video and you got to watch them. Were you able to recognize those opportunities that they'd be there?
Yeah, and for, like, mostly my entire basketball career, I was always a guard, so I kind of had more of the, like, I don't say this because it sounds kind of mean, but like, the bigger girls, I feel like I had more agility and speed to get around them quicker, like, using my abilities that I've learned as a guard. Mm-hmm. But this year coming in, I'm one of the bigger girls on our team, so learning more forward moves and drills and stuff like that, I was also able to use my guard ones that I've learned to get around them.
The ball handling skills came in.
Yeah.
They did you well, didn't they?
Yeah.
Yeah. So as this playoff run was going, and every day you were taking a very long bus trip, and getting off the bus. I know Coach told us that the team as a team took a walk once they got off the bus.
Yeah.
Did that help?
Honestly, I think it did, because I know a lot of us were really nervous going into each game, so just walking kind of like just relaxed us and like clear our minds a little bit.
Yeah. You did so well. We appreciate that.
Thank you.
Olivia, it was great watching you coming off the bench and really laying it out there too. There were some games where you had to put up some points against some of those big girls too. Talk about being one of those players who was able to come into the game with that little burst of energy.
Well, I think all of us that were getting in on it just knew that we had to do everything we could, because when it started getting down to it, we knew that any game could have been our last. So just those extra little rebounds or hustle plays were what we needed to keep pushing forward and getting to where we wanted to be.
Yeah, there were some games I remember in the state run where you were especially called upon, let's face it, she's standing beside you, so you can't say too much. But Maya would get in foul trouble a little bit once in a while, and you had to play some extra minutes. I know you didn't mind playing the extra minutes, but it certainly was helpful, wasn't it?
Yeah, I just tried my best to have Maya and let her know that I had her back when she got to that point, but yeah.
It really was a helpful part of the team. It's going to take a bunch of girls to make something like this happen. So take me into the arena as you're walking into Hershey Park Arena, and you see all those seats and how big the place is and all those people. Was that moment one of the more special ones that you can remember?
It was. It was crazy. We all looked up pictures of it on the way there and tried to get an idea, but walking in, it was like nothing we could have ever imagined. Yeah. It was huge, and I think it set the tone. We knew it was big, and we needed to do our best.
Yeah. Well, your best you did. You did a wonderful job. Avery, come on up and visit with us too, if you would. We're running out of time here this morning. We're getting toward the top of the hour, and Anna as well. Avery, tell me about some of these games where, and we have one of our highlights on our sports commercial, our promotional commercial, where you knocked down a three, and you had to knock down a few threes for this team, didn't you?
Yeah, when it got down to it, my shot doesn't always fall at all. But when I'm just in a game and in my right headspace, when I get the ball and we're down and I shoot, then I just have to tell myself it'll go in because my team needs it. And when we need the points, I can just get out of my head and do it.
Yeah, and you missed a good portion of the season this year, didn't you?
Yeah, when I broke my arm, I was out for a lot, like if not most of regular season. And then the first game I came back was the first round of district
playoffs, I think.
That was the McCourt game, wasn't it?
That was my
your first-
second
That was your
game.
second game
Yeah.
back? Oh, yeah, Southern Huntington.
Yeah.
You had the Southern Huntington game. So thrown right into the fire, huh?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Tell me about that McCourt game when you guys got down like that. You were down 15-2 or something like that
Yeah.
early in the game.
I just remember I was on the bench and I knew we could do it. Just because we got off like that, it didn't mean anything to me because what it came down to was how much we wanted it, and I knew how much we wanted it. That game was sending us to the District 6 playoff, and I just knew if I got in, I was giving it my all because my team needed that and we needed to get there.
Yeah. Well, you did well in that game and others as well. Thanks for coming in. We
Thank you.
appreciate that. Anna, good morning to you. Oh, I'm sorry, Natalie. Where's Anna? Is Anna here? There she is over there. Yeah. The glasses fool me. I've never seen you in the glasses before. But it's really great to have you with us today as well. As this playoff run was going, and it was you and Maya down low a lot, and particularly in that championship game, you had to play some really big girls.
Yeah.
And for you, was that sort of like the first time you had that experience playing against girls that much bigger than you?
Sometimes last year, whenever we got into the playoffs, there were some girls that were taller, but I think this year, definitely, the girls were a lot bigger and taller and stronger, definitely.
Mm-hmm.
So I had to work a little harder.
So tell me about the practice environment. How do you prepare when you're playing against somebody bigger?
We, like, Coach Travis would sometimes be, like, pretend like he was the girl, and we would just play defense on him to get practice at the bigger.
Did he wig up for that? Or?
No.
No, he didn't. But yeah, that was somebody bigger and stronger. That's somebody to go against, and it prepared you for some of these girls. You and your baseline shot about 10 or 12 feet away from the basket. You can tell that's a favorite shot for you, isn't it?
Yeah, I practice that one a lot in practice whenever we're shooting.
Yeah, and the rebounding is such a key to any basketball team. But you were called upon for that as well.
Yeah, I had to get into that was the most important part of my game was just getting the rebounds, so to get another opportunity on offense or just get the ball back on D.
Yeah, so you're one of those coming back. A bunch of you are coming back next season, and I don't know that you're thinking about it just yet because I know you got other things that you're doing, but it's going to be a busy summer, isn't it?
Yeah, very.
Well, terrific. I'm glad you came in to visit with us today. All of you, we're glad that you came in to visit with us, and congratulations. Mark's going to throw chocolate at you, so guard your eyes because we don't want to, they have softball to play. You got West Shamokin today, don't you? Yep. Ooh, what a big game that is going to be. Where's Cheyenne? Cheyenne. You had the no-hitter the other day? How about that? And are you pitching today? You pitched last night too? Yeah. All right, so keep the right arm down at your side right now if you get chocolate thrown at you, okay? All right, that's the Marion Center girls basketball team. They're on their way across the street to the Indiana County Commissioners meeting where they will be honored, and we appreciate them coming in to honor us with their presence as well. It is the voice of Indiana County. It's WCCS 101.1 FM, AM 1160, and WCCSradio.com.